Okay, this is the real story time. I promise. When I started to really consider that I may have what it takes to win an audition, what I was told was that everybody who comes to the table comes with their own strengths, their own weaknesses, their own insecurities, and their own confidences. And I was told to take a seat at the table. So fast forward to Friday, 6 p.m., check-in time for all flute players that are auditioning for this position. 3 of us, myself included, were auditioning for the first time ever. There were 2 flute professors. There was 1 person working on their DMA. There was somebody there auditioning who plays gigs all over Oklahoma. There were several people who had earned their masters in music performance as well. And then there was me with a bachelor's degree in music performance. When the monitors came in, they handed us a sheet of paper that showed us what excerpts we would be playing in the first round. They had us all draw a number, and those were going to be the numbers that we kept through however long the process was for us. I drew number 2. I think it's important to tell you, I wasn't nervous. I didn't get nervous as we were moving rooms. I didn't get nervous as I was walking to the stage. No nerves. I was excited to finally learn just how far along I've come. My takeaway from the first round was the carpet that we were on. It killed my sound. It killed the acoustics. And so I really had to push through that deadening sound and project across the concert hall. The other takeaway was in the Beethoven Lenore, I took a breath where it's traditionally acceptable to take a breath. I would have rather not taken a breath, but I was arriving at that place where you take that breath, and I knew that I wasn't going to make it, or I was going to struggle make it. And that's just not how I want to play an audition. So I decided to take the breath. I took it and I finished the excerpt. Once everybody was finished with their audition, then the monitors came in and announced the numbers that would be moving on to round 2. And my number was called first. I had 2 bottles of water between the first and second rounds. I noticed in the Mozart, I had some squeaking and my mouth was just really dry. I forgot to take water in with me on stage. It goes downhill from there. Again, not nervous. This is something that happens in performance, and I was prepared for it. I was prepared for it, but I wasn't prepared for it. If I bit my cheek or anything to cause salivation, nothing was working. It was like sawdust in my mouth. I start looking around the stage as if somebody miraculously accidentally left a bottle of water somewhere. This time when I played the Lenore, I planned a little bit better and I didn't have to take a breath in the breathing spot, and I made it all the way through. The rest of the round was absolutely disastrous. I looked at the Tchaikovsky 4 and I was like, I don't recognize these notes. I don't remember how to read music. I added 5 notes randomly. I switched registers. I single-tongued the Mendelssohn Italian. In all fairness, my tongue was refusing. It was like, we've used all of our union hours and we will not be participating further. As I'm headed back to the band room, I am realizing how epically disastrous this round was for me. And knowing the level of competition that I had, I knew my time was over. And when people came in and started asking, how do you think you did? And I was like, yeah, it didn't. And, I am just really grateful for this opportunity. And I packed my flute and my piccolo up and I put my music in my bag. I zipped everything up. And as the monitors were coming in to say who the winner was, I was getting up to leave to go home. And the monitor said, "We're so sorry, but they just can't make a decision. So for that reason, we have to do a round 3. So number 2, number 4, and number 7, you'll be staying." Several things happened all at once in that moment. The first one is I broke my neck jerking up. Like, excuse me, what? No. Then the realization that I was going to be going on stage in just a minute, and all of my stuff was put away, packed away, cold instruments put away. My mouth was the Sahara Desert, asking, for hard candy, sour candy, anything. The monitors were so sweet because they were like, "We'll take you backstage and you can have the judges' fruit snacks." So they take me backstage, and I am simultaneously ripping open a package of fruit snacks, putting my instruments together, chewing the fruit snacks while warming up, like trying to remember how to play music, drinking water, chewing fruit snacks, walking to the stage, chewing fruit snacks, adjusting my flute, making sure that it's like in tune, hopefully, chewing fruit snacks, drinking water. And all of a sudden I'm on stage with fruit snacks in my mouth. It didn't solve all of my dry mouth issues, but I was able to play through whatever music. I've dissociated the whole thing except for the end. Because the final thing that happened in that round of the auditions, the 30-minute round, set my musical expression free. They told me to play the Tchaikovsky, so I played the Tchaikovsky. Then they told me to play it again. But they said, "This time, take risks. You can't be too much." And that was all I needed to feel absolutely free to play how I wanted to play. And I played the shit out of that Tchaikovsky 4 excerpt. I walked out of that final round feeling like I had won so much more than what I had originally come to win. I won the knowledge that I belong at the table. And not only that, I took my seat. I went 8 years without having a working instrument or any way to play my music. And after getting the guts to finally do this, I went up against high caliber musicians, truly respectable musicians, and true competition for me. I experienced a disaster of a second round and still had physical blocks in the final round that thwarted my musician and my showmanship. And as we waited for the results of who won the position, I knew it would not matter if I lost. This was a win for me. When the monitors came in, they brought the director in. It was 10 o'clock at night, and they come in, and the director says, "I want you to know that this was neck and neck." The panel was split 3 ways, but ultimately they chose to hire number 4. And I am waiting for disappointment, sadness, embarrassment to come, and it didn't. Like, it felt like I won. I did win. And I was very happy for number 4. I came in second. And my takeaway is this. I not had the physical limitations that I had, and had my second and third rounds either matched my first round or, even better, matched any of my run-throughs in the last month, this would not have been a neck and neck competition. I would have won it hands down. But I lost, and that feels like a win. I have 4 more auditions coming up in the next month, and I am as excited to add to the experience of auditioning as I am to one day earn a spot in a professional orchestra. So thanks for listening to my origin story, and thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.